Let me tell you a story about a couple, Marie and Mark, who had owned their own business for the last 5 years. But instead of being in a place of work that they both enjoyed and wanted to go to each day, it had got to the stage where they were in overwhelm. The business was failing and they were paralyzed because they just didn't know where to start to make their business work successfully again or what to do next. This anxiety and fear and lack of knowledge about business was really impacting on their ability to see a way forward. It was driving a wedge between them both. They were both fighting and bickering because of the stress associated with the near collapse of their business. They weren't sleeping at night because of the anxiety they felt about the upcoming payments that needed to be made in the business. They just didn't have the cash in the business anymore to make the payments. The business just wasn't working the way they thought it was going to work when they first started out. And now remember, they started the business full of excitement and energy because it was their little baby and they were going to really make it work and have a great lifestyle and make lots and lots of money. We've all been there, right? 5 years on though, they were nearly bankrupt and their dreams were shattered. In just 5 years, they'd gone from excitement at starting their own business to the stage where they didn't know where to turn to next. They just wanted to give up and hopefully make it all go away. Where had it all gone wrong, they kept on asking themselves. They just didn't understand. Mark was going out the door every morning at 6 a.m. and not coming home until 8 or 9 p.m. at night, just trying to keep the business afloat and make ends meet so that they could pay their mortgage and have food on the table. Mark was tired. Marie was at home, not knowing what to do next to make the business work, and she was starting to eat to compensate for the anxiety that she felt, and this was making her feel really bad. Recently, they'd had to let a couple of their staff go. They just couldn't afford to keep them on in the business anymore. They didn't have any more money to pay for marketing, so there were no leads being generated for the business, which meant little work coming in. And this in itself was creating a vicious cycle of no work, no money. No money, so no work. Mark and Marie had tried so many different ways of trying to make money to get their business profitable, but nothing seemed to work. They were at their wits' end and about what to do next and were ready to just close the doors and walk away. We've all been there, right? But the difficulty with that is that closing the doors wouldn't have ended the problems because they would have still had to pay the creditors who were hunting them down for the money that they owed them. Creditors wouldn't care whether they had closed their business down. All they wanted was payment. They knew that they would still have the sleepless nights, and in fact, they would have been in an even worse position, and both Marie and Mark just didn't want that. Now, all of these things were affecting their lives until they found a way forward through 3 key secrets to actually putting their business back together again, helping them steer their business in the direction that they wanted it to go. These 3 key secrets were the foundation to Mark and Marie reviving their business and making money again. Let me ask you, would you like to know the 3 secrets that Mark and Marie used? Would you like to put these 3 secrets to use in your business? Well, let me tell you, one of the secrets was getting a coach to help them and guide them. Someone who was detached from their situation, who could think and see clearly what needed to happen next in the business. And this is part of the 7-step business growth roadmap to success that all my clients use to become successful. If you'd like to know the other 2 secrets that Mark and Marie implemented into their business, then please join me, bringing in the profit they wanted and now have, and giving them the lifestyle to spend more time doing the things that they wanted to do together, like holidays, having fun together, while at the same time having their business systematically working for them even if they weren't there. You'll learn what Mark and Marie learned, And guess what? Their marriage is still intact and stronger than ever because of what they implemented. Will you be one of them that has the success in your business and have a business like Mark and Marie have now?